Hello, my name is Klaus Biesenbach. We're here at MoMA PS1. MoMA PS1 is the center of Expo 1, a large-scale festival about ecology. And it's at Rockaway Beach, it's at MoMA on 53rd Street in Manhattan, and here at MoMA PS1. Expo 1 is a translation process of contemporary art, contemporary practice, into social practice. It's about how art can be social. And we are right now in the colony where artists are actually living experiments of communal living. It's very improvised. You have everything like an experimental toilet, and we have an experimental kitchen, and that's a colony. Because in the next 20 years, 1 billion people have to be relocated because they live too close to an ocean. This is one of the most important pieces in the whole exhibition. It's Reynold Reynolds and Patrick Joly. It's called The Drowning Room. And it's a family that lives in a house that's completely filled with water. It's completely filled with water. They eat fish, they read letters, their pet's a cat. But for me, it's a metaphor about climate change because they completely ignore the fact that they are drowning. We are up here now in the tower of MoMA PS1. The tower is really where the weather is really hitting the building. We have Manhattan, the most fragile big city in the world, behind us, because if it rains or snows, the whole infrastructure seems to kind of fall apart. We have a vegetable garden, and we have a garden with magnolia, weeping willows, birches, lots of trees. It's open twice a day at 12:30, at 4:30 during Expo, and especially school groups from the neighborhood come here and they learn to garden. This is an installation by Peter Buggenhout, a sculptor from Belgium. And the sculptures are conceived out of debris, out of parts of cars and refrigerators and airplanes, and most importantly, vacuum cleaner dust. And this is very fragile. So for me, this is always like looking at a shipwreck, looking at something like an apocalyptic image of something. When you have lots of apocalyptic, post and pre-apocalyptic pieces, a lot of pieces dealing with poison and garbage and nuclear waste, you have to bring something beautiful into this exhibition. It was very important that Ansel Adams is in the show because he was one of the absolute first environmentalists in this country. In the 30s and 40s, was not only famous and had a recognizable name, but he was an activist. And he starts saying, don't exploit nature. You have to protect nature. There's something at risk here. From the very beginning, we wanted to invite Adrian Villarrojas, an artist from Argentina, and we wanted him to build something that is the ruin of the past and the future. We wanted him to build an amphitheater that's both archaeology and science fiction. So he built this out of 35 tons of unfired clay. It breaks, it completely falls apart. It doesn't make any stains, so you can sit on it. And it's the location of our school. Every day that the show is open, we have a great teacher, like famous artists, scientists, or theoretician teach in front of this incredible amphitheater by Adrian Villarrojas. We are in an installation by the artist Olafur Eliasson. The title of this work is Your Waste of Time. We have these gigantic blocks of glacier ice from Iceland, and the segment of this glacier where the ice is from is 850 years old. Every spring, the glacier is coming closer and closer to the ocean. Those huge chunks break off, and you can harvest them from the beach. This was a piece of land art in 1982 by Agnes Dennis. She planted a wheat field in Battery Park City, just in front of the World Trade Center. She had 2 acres of wheat, planted it, and had it harvested after a while. I think this piece by Agnes Dennis shows how fragile a city like New York City is. We wanted to do a show about ecology, economy, and revolution. And then Hurricane Sandy happens, and all of a sudden it wasn't a topic anymore, it was an urgency. And we realized the Rockaways MoMA, MoMA PS1, Expo 1, a small World's Fair has to be about the biggest challenge we have, which is climate change.